Good morning everybody and welcome back to my channel. So before anyone says anything, I have had my lip blush top up. I just had it done yesterday, so at the moment they're looking very big and red, but give it a couple of days and they will die down so much. Watch back because I'm not sure if I actually showed you guys on here the before and after from last time, but honestly, I just love this so much. I know they look pretty big now, but the swelling goes down and the color goes down so much and they just look lovely with a nice little like natural blush on them that is there all the time. But anyway, today's video is not about my lips. It is about what I'm eating in a day. It's another recipe video and I wanted to share my breakfast, lunch and dinner with you today because I'm going to be making some unusual things to share with you. I always like to try and bring you guys some new recipes that I haven't shown on my channel before. So I hope you're going to like everything that I make today. These are all high protein and high fiber too, because I'm really trying to get more protein and fiber into my diet, because I've definitely noticed as I've got to 40, my metabolism has slowed down. I've started to gain weight and I'm trying to fill myself up more with each meal so that I don't snack. So I'm going to be sharing those with you. But first of all, what I'm actually going to do is go to a reformer Pilates class. You guys know that I've been having trouble with my hip. I had my operation in February and then I actually just had a cortisone injection last week as well. And now I'm trying to build my muscle back up in my kind of like glute and hip and thigh area, and I feel like going to a reformer Pilates class is going to really help. This is actually one of their bounce classes. When I go there, I'll show you the machine. I'm not really going to be able to film myself doing the workout because obviously I'll be doing the workout and I can't film myself do that. So I'll just show you the machine. But if you ever get the opportunity to go to a bounce class, they're so much fun. I find them like one of the funnest forms of exercise that I do, and the time literally goes like that. So I didn't show you my coffee this morning, sorry. I actually have already had one slice of toast, sourdough toast. I went to an event the other day and I made some sourdough toast. Here is where we went, bread ahead. This bread is amazing, but because I'm going off early to my Pilates class, I didn't want to go on an empty stomach. So I had my coffee and then this bread. I made that. Are you impressed? That is so good. And honestly, it's the best bread ever. So I will be sharing the recipe with you soon. I am just making my starter to make my sourdough bread. And then I'm going to be sharing like the best sourdough bread recipe ever with you all. So I had a piece of dough, that butter, and then my morning coffee with my wheel powders, collagen and coffee creamer. But that's really not what I want to show you today. I want to show you the proper meal. So let me go and do reformer and then I'll come back and make a delicious breakfast. Let me show you guys this little contraption that we're going to do. So this is the bounce bar. So you put your feet here. I don't think I'm going to be able to film myself doing it because you know, I'll be doing it. And then this is the little like sliding carriage that goes up and down. And if you're going to do normal reformer, you have these little like kind of, I don't know what they're called, like straps that you can like pull yourself up on the carriage. But yeah, this is the machine. And I'm so looking forward to doing this class. Right, it is time for some breakfast. I've just put a load of washing on. So now I'm ready to eat. So you guys know how much I love the cottage cheese something. So I'm going to be making some pancakes, but I'm going to make them differently today because I've shown you pancakes quite a few different ways. And then obviously to up the protein in the pancake, you add cottage cheese and it is honestly delicious. You can't even taste it in there, to be honest. So what I have got is some cooked spinach. I always feel like when I cook spinach, I mean, I put loads in here. Oops, put loads in here, but there's hardly anything left. I've got some cooked spinach, cottage cheese, baking powder, bicarbonate of soda. I've got some, oh, sorry, that's my phone pinging. I have got some oats here, just 50 grams. And then I've got some 2 eggs as well. I'll put a little pinch of salt in here as well. So what I'm gonna do first of all is just put the oats into my blender. You can use any blender with this, but I'm obviously just using my Thermomix. Put the oats in the blender, give it a really quick whiz so they blitz up really well so they become oat flour. You can just use regular flour for this if you would prefer. Then I'm going to add in my cottage cheese, my eggs, my cooked spinach, and a half a teaspoon of bicarb. Blitz that all together until it becomes a really nice consistency to make your pancakes. And then I'm just going to fry those on the hob in a pan before serving them up. I'm going to serve these with a little bit of avocado, a little bit of smoked salmon, and then a nice generous little squeeze of lemon on top. Right, so for lunch, I'm going to actually make like a bigger bulk of this, and then I'm just going to keep some in the fridge, or you can freeze them, whatever you fancy. But I kind of feel like if you're making these, you may as well go big. So I'm just going to show you what I'm going to start off with, and then I'm going to show you the dip I'm making. So here we have got some chicken mince. I've got 2 onions, 5 cloves of garlic, cumin, smoked paprika, some eggs, breadcrumbs. These are actually left over from HelloFresh recipes. I've got salt and pepper, and then I've also got some lentils. So what I'm going to do is make some spiced lentils and chicken meatballs in like a herby yogurt dip. So basically I'm going to pop this all into my Thermomix. I'll literally just pop in my onion and garlic to begin with and give that a blitz around. Once those have blitzed, I'm going to add in all my other ingredients, and then again I will just blend that all together so that it's almost like a well, you're going to make meatballs out of it, so you want that kind of like nice, easy to roll consistency. Once all of that has come together and it's in that nice consistency, you just want to roll these into little balls, and then you can either pop them into the oven or the air fryer if you want them to be cooked like that, or you can just like pan fry them in a little bit of oil. I just use this like kind of fry light oil, so I just pop some in the pan, fry off all of the chicken balls, and then those are ready to set to one side and rest. While those are frying off, I will be making up my dip. So I'm just going to use Greek yogurt, some lemon juice, a bit of mint, coriander, and some salt. I'm just going to mix that together. And then when I dish up, I just put the yogurt down on the bottom, pop some meatballs on top. I like to have like 4 or 5, but depending on how big you roll these. And then that is my high protein, low carb lunch, and it is absolutely delicious. Oh my gosh. Lunch was amazing. Since I've got back from, honestly, you've got to try it, but since I've got back from, what's that place called? Where did I go this morning? Pilates. I've had a really bad headache. I don't think it's anything to do with Pilates. I think it's just me not drinking enough water. So I'm going to fill up my water bottle. I got this when I went to Spain for my friend's 40th birthday. So I'm going to fill that up and have this whole thing, because I'm sure that's why I've got a headache. I just had, literally, it's so bad. I know it's so bad. I have my coffee in the morning, and then I did have a water bottle that I took to Pilates, but I have no idea where I put it. So I've just filled this one up. I'm going to drink this now. So what I did with the lunch is, because I had so much, like I said, I made like a massive batch of it. So I've got, and then I just cooked them all, and I've got them now in my fridge with the dip as well, because I made extra of that. So tomorrow, when it's my lunch, I reckon that'll probably see me through for the next couple of days. Depends if Chris gets involved as well, because then it'll probably only last until tomorrow. But it's great because I just batch cook it, and then it's ready for me to have for the next few days. So I'm going to have this. And then I'm going to do a bit of work, and then I'm going to take Lulu for a walk. Let's go. Right, so I have totally lucked in, because I was meant to be going to pick Jamie up from football, because 2 of the kids that we normally do like lift shares with are not very well. So Chris has taken Jamie to football, but Jamie plays for Burgess Hill, which is the same team that Chris plays for. So Chris was like, I'm not going to go all the way there to come back to then go back for training tonight. So I was like, okay, you take him and stay there and do some work, and then I'll come and pick him up later. But someone has just said that they will bring him home. So I'm going to start making our dinner. I was going to wait until he got home from training, but I can make it now. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what we're going to have tonight. I'm going to have something slightly, well, it's the same food, but the boys are going to probably have some couscous with theirs. But let me show you what we're going to have, and then they will have the additional couscous probably, but I will not. I'm super excited for this dinner because I'm actually quite hungry. Because I was going to go and pick Jamie up, it is now 6:15 and I haven't even started dinner. It's probably going to take about 40 minutes to cook, so I'm going to get cracking right now. All right, so for dinner we are going to be having a like a bit of a tray bake with salmon and chickpeas. Now you can decide if you want to like leave the chickpeas out or keep them in, but what I have got here is I've got some chickpeas, olive oil, pepper, onion, harissa paste, smoked paprika and courgette, and then I've got, well, my salmon obviously and some parsley just to pop on top at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my veggies and I'm going to just cut them into kind of like bite-sized pieces, and I'm going to pop them into an oven-proof dish. I'll also add my chickpeas, my drained chickpeas, into here as well, and then I'm going to generously coat them in some harissa paste and smoked paprika and salt and pepper. These are going to go into the oven for 20 minutes. Once the 20 minutes is up, I'm just going to give everything a nice big mix around, and then I'm going to get my salmon fillets and I'm going to lay them flesh side down so the skin is exposed and the skin can then get really nice and crispy. I'll pop this back into the oven on, it's still going to stay at 190. That's going to go in for another 15 minutes, and after that time then it's all ready to serve. So when I take it out, I'll just pop some of the parsley over the top, and then I'll serve everyone with one piece of salmon and then a generous helping of the chickpea and veggie mix as well. What I'm actually going to do is this pot here is actually the sauce left over from lunch today, so I'm going to have a little bit of that on the side with my salmon too. I think that will finish it off really nicely. And just like that, I am in bed. I've got my water. I haven't got a hot water tonight. I've actually been drinking cold water today for a change. So I brought that upstairs, and as Chris is still at training, I thought what I might do, I tried really hard to get the boys to watch Dawson's Creek with me earlier, and they were having none of it. So I thought I may as well start Dawson's Creek. I did watch it when I was younger, but like I didn't watch it like fully. I didn't watch it like I watched Friends, where I know like pretty much every scene. So I'm gonna start Dawson's Creek again. I watched about 20 minutes with the boys and they begged me to turn it off. So I'm gonna come up here and watch it and see if Chris wants to watch it with me. If not, that's just going to be my series that I watch by myself. That's everything I ate today. I didn't have anything else after dinner because that dinner filled me up so much. It was so delicious. Like, I love anything with paprika in it and harissa, and that whole dish just goes so well together. So yeah, definitely give it a go, and it feels really light as well. And also because I added that extra sauce, so when you make that sauce for your like chicken balls, definitely make some extra because that sauce went so well with the dinner as well. It was just perfect on it. So yes, that's everything today. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I'll write all the ingredients and quantities that will feed like 4 people down below in my description box. So if you want to create any of these recipes at home, then you can do. Thank you so much as always for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Good night.